Today is the year 2011, and in 2011, the NFL was in a very different place. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers just won their first Super Bowl, with many more to come, you would think. Tom Brady is 34 years old, getting older, so the New England Patriots are getting ready to make one of their final runs at another Super Bowl, and it should be a little easier this time around. You know, one less Manning to go through. Peyton Manning, with the neck injury, he may not play football ever again, and I seriously doubt Eli will do it again, right? I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. Speaking of Peyton Manning, he did have neck surgery and may not play football ever again, let alone throw for 55 touchdown passes. That would be insane. And Cam Newton and Von Miller, they were the first 2 overall picks in the 2011 NFL Draft. Doubt that will have any important significance in the future. And last but not least, in 2012, there are 2 very, very good quarterbacks in the upcoming draft, and I'm sure will be 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league over the next decade. So let's find out what would happen if we redid it all over again, as we have a very cool roster here on Madden 25. And I'm on Xbox. You can do it on PlayStation, I believe on PS5. You can do it on PC. It's not a mod, technically. I don't know how they did this, but this is super. I'm sure there's a way they were able to do it, but it's very cool. And I have the 2011 NFL rosters here on Madden 25. If you guys are interested in doing this yourself, it's simple. Just download the roster. It is one of the most downloaded rosters in Madden. Just go to your creation center, go to download, go over to rosters, and you should find it. It's We Expertise, I believe, is the user's name, his gamer tag's name, and then obviously it should just say 2011 roster. I believe there was a 2018 roster around somewhere as well that I think he made, but this is incredible. As you can see, all the face scans, or not face scans, but all of the true faces for each player is in the game. Even a younger Aaron Rodgers. It's Tom Brady. They don't have Maurice Jones-Drew, unfortunately. They do have Ray Rice, Calvin Johnson, and some of these players actually have their face scans in the game, like Calvin Johnson. Now, I'm assuming this is possible because they are in Ultimate Team, so I'm assuming they're grabbing the face scans from there. I'm not positive on how they're doing it, but it's pretty incredible that this is even a thing. I think Tom Brady has his face scan as well. Yes, but he looks like, I don't know what's wrong with his face. That's a very shiny face. Okay. Who else do we have? I think we might have Adrian Peterson. Let's see. I'm assuming we do. Yep, we have AP as well. I'm assuming anyone in Ultimate Team, you should have their face scan, which is pretty cool. I'm sure we've got Gronk as well. This is awesome. This is very, very cool. We do have Peyton Manning in here as well. Now, we are going to start kind of a shorter series. At least initially, it's going to be a shorter series. We'll see how this goes. But as you guys can tell by the title, actually, I don't know if you guys can tell by the title or not, but this is going to be a similar series to my Cleveland Browns series, right? So we're going to play 1 or 2 games every episode. It's going to be kind of I don't plan on going up all the way up to 2024 unless this series does really well and you guys really enjoy it. So if you guys do and you guys want to see this go all the way to 2012 to 2024, hit that like button. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel as well. Doing those things will help this channel grow, help the series grow. And if it does, I will continue it as long as possible. Which is awesome. That would be super, super fun. So, yeah, this is really exciting. Now, initially I wanted to do like a simulation video, right, where you guys know my 2Ks for resim if you guys have been around the channel. But the draft classes aren't fully ready. So the 2012 draft class is almost ready. So that's why we're starting it now. By the time we're done with this 2011 season, we should have the 2012 draft class ready, and then or at least they should have the draft class ready. They're working on it right now, and then by the time we get to 2013 draft class, I'm sure it will be ready. But they are they are working on it. Shout out to them. They do have a Discord. So in the description down below, if you guys want updates on the draft class and any other rosters that they do in the future, go ahead and click on that link, and it should take you to their Discord. I believe, let's see, it's called Franchise Football Community. And then you can go into, there's a modding discussion, a draft class discussion, a roster discussion. So yeah, I think they want to work on more rosters as well, which would be really cool if they could do like an early 2000s. But the only way this really works is to get the draft classes done, right? So they are working on draft classes, and right now the 2012 one is almost done. So hopefully that is done very, very soon. So shout out to them. This is incredible. This is one of the coolest things we've seen in Madden, and I mean, the fact that we have actual like face scans too for some of these guys is really, really cool. Do we have Wes Welker's face scan? No, I don't think it's pretty close, but no, I don't think that's Wes Welker. So yeah, this is very, very cool. Now you may be wondering, what team am I picking? Because we obviously got to pick one team to do this, and I am going with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, kind of a weird one, because in 2011, the Dallas Cowboys actually went 8-8. Middle of the road, but for the next 3 years, they would go 8-8 or right around then. And it wouldn't be, I believe, until 2014 or 2015 where they, I think it was a Dez catch that year when that happened. So it's a weird point for the Dallas Cowboys. And it's interesting because obviously you got Tony Romo. He's 31 years old. And we know what happens in the future, right? We know that Tony Romo has a couple more good years, or probably like another 3 or 4 solid years, 1 or 2 really good years. But he's never really that guy that can lead the Dallas Cowboys to a Super Bowl. So we know what happens with Tony Romo. What would happen if the Cowboys moved on from Tony Romo? Now, there were actually some rumors or discussions back then whether the Cowboys should sign Tony Romo to an extension and all of this, and I don't know exactly what his contract looks like here in the game, but his contract should be up soon, because in real life, okay, so in this, I'm gonna have to fix this. In this, he only has like 2 more years left, and the discussion is, should they re-sign Tony Romo, right? Sign him to an extension. And the season actually started off, I think they went like 2-5 or 3-5 to start the season. Was not looking good. And then he ended the year off really, really strong. And then they ended up signing him to an extension in the spring of 2012, I believe is what happened, to a long-term deal. We're not doing that. We're going to go a completely different route that will change NFL history completely, which I think will be a ton of fun. But want to go over some things before we go over some of the Cowboys roster and whatnot. I have actually changed. If we go to, I think if we just go to standings, we should be able to see it. But I did bring back the San Diego Chargers. So as you can see in the city, they are now the San Diego Chargers. We have the Oakland Raiders as well. And we have the St. Louis Rams. So we did bring them back. We also, I don't know if you guys saw, where are they? Where are they? Why does it say only 31 teams? Oh, wait, this is all screwed up. Oh, it says skins. Now, oh, I wonder if you can't have red skins. That's probably why. I did not realize the name was different. We probably can't have Redskins actually in the game. But I did replace the Commanders with the Washington Redskins. So they are in the game. I've also moved the Vikings into just a normal dome, because obviously they didn't have their new stadium. Same with Atlanta. And same with, well, I guess the 2 LA teams ended up we moved one to St. Louis and one to San Diego, right? So the new stadiums are also out of the league. So I'm trying to make it as accurate as possible. There are some things that aren't going to be accurate, and that's just the reality of the situation. But we're pretty close. I've also changed a couple of the top players' face masks, because the people who made the roster, they have them. The face masks are close, but they're all newer helmets. So I did go in and change some of the helmets and stuff to make it a little bit more accurate. Like Jason Witten here, he had a Revo speed a speed helmet, when in reality it should be, you know, the old 3-bar helmet. So we just kind of changed those things in general. Not everyone. I changed just the bigger names, right? Des Bryant, Tony Romo, DeMarco Murray, DeMarcus Ware. We changed kind of the bigger names face masks, and throughout the league. So like Peyton Manning's face mask is good. Brady, Rodgers, I think I did Vic's, AP, Calvin Johnson. So I did some of the bigger names, and as we go, maybe we'll go ahead and fix some as we go. Maybe like if we play a team, you know, and I know they didn't, I don't have the right face mask for that team, maybe before we play that game, I'll change it, something like that. But we'll see. So we, you know, there's a lot to go over with this roster. It's super, super cool. But let's get into how we're going to change the future of the league. So we know that Tony Romo ends up being, he's a good quarterback, but he's 31 years old. And it's just, we know what's going to happen. And it's not going to get the Cowboys anywhere close to a Super Bowl, right? We know that. So it's time to do something different. We're going to make a trade. Now, we know that there are a few really good quarterbacks in this upcoming draft. Specifically, Andrew Luck and RG3 as the number 1 and number 2 overall picks in the draft. There's also down the line Russell Wilson. And is Kirk Cousins in this draft? Yes, he is. Same as RG3. So there's a few solid quarterbacks. Now, I want one of those quarterbacks, specifically either Andrew Luck or Robert Griffin III. So we are making a trade, and we are trading Tony Romo. He's coming off of an injury, right? In 2010, he only played like 5 or 6 games. He's over 30. We don't really know if he's ever going to be that guy, like the guy to lead us to a Super Bowl. And, you know, we kind of know that. So we're moving on. We are trading Tony Romo, and we are trading him to a team that really wants a quarterback. They have a new general manager, and he wants a guy at quarterback. They have a really good defense. They have a good running back. They have 2 very young wide receivers that they are really excited about. And instead of going the route of hoping that we lose, we're going to call them up, and we're going to see if they want Tony Romo. And that is the Denver Broncos. Now, as you guys know, the Denver Broncos this year had Kyle Orton and they had Tim Tebow. Obviously, they went on to cut Kyle Orton. He ended up going to the Chiefs, which I believe he's on the Chiefs in this roster. Let's see. He is. So Kyle Orton's on the Chiefs right now instead of the Broncos, which he did start the season with the Broncos, ended up with the Chiefs. And then beat the Broncos the last week of the season. But we are making a move with the Denver Broncos. Now, you may be wondering, that was the Tebow year. Yes, it is the Tebow year. And we are trading for Tim Tebow, giving him a shot. You know, the Broncos, they don't really want Tim Tebow. John Elway doesn't want Tim Tebow. We all know this. He did not want Tim Tebow, and his reaction when they were winning games did not look like he was happy, because he wanted Andrew Luck, right, out of Stanford and all this. But hey, we're calling him about Tony Romo. He's like, hey, you know what? This could put us in a win-now situation, which we know John Elway wants to be in a win-now situation and taking veteran quarterbacks, because we know that that's what he did later on. So this changes everything. And obviously at this point, they don't know Peyton Manning is going to be available, right? All signs are pointed to Peyton Manning will be back with the Colts. They're not going to take, you know, they're not going to be bad enough for Andrew Luck, right? So the Broncos are in a weird situation. It's either write it out with Tim Tebow or trade for a guy like Tony Romo. And that's exactly what we're doing. And come on, you guys really think that Jerry Jones wouldn't want an opportunity to get Tim Tebow? Oh, he would love this story. All the attention. He would love it. So I'm going to see if we can get a 1st and 2nd round pick. Now, the summer before, Carson Palmer was traded to the Oakland Raiders. from the Cincinnati Bengals. I believe the Bengals got a first-round pick and a third-round pick. Now, Tony Romo is recognized as a better player, so I'm thinking we could possibly get a first and second-round pick. Also get, you know what? Cap room. Oh, you know what? We should probably change Romo's contract just a little bit. You know what? That's all right. Let's try to get someone who is making $4 million that we can kind of just throw in. I don't want Noshawn. I mean, I would like Noshawn, but let's just go after someone random here that's a low overall that may cost a decent amount of money here. Brady Quinn, I guess, would work. So let's try that. This should work. And, oh, it's okay. Okay. You know what? I do want that second round pick. I could change it to a third. But if we offer him like a sixth round pick as like a pick swap, no, I think we're gonna have to offer maybe like a fifth round pick. And oh, that got declined too. I don't know if I want to offer a fourth round pick. Or do we just change that to a third? I don't know. That's crazy that they have Brady Quinn's face in here, by the way. That's kind of insane. Let's do a fourth. So it'll be a pick swap. So Tony Romo for a first round pick, a pick swap for the fourth and second round pick. That's fine. We'll do that. That should work. Trade is accepted. Tony Romo is now a Denver Bronco, and Tim Tebow is the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. It's just a fun reality, and it kind of makes sense because at the time, the Cowboys weren't sure if Tony Romo was the guy. We're coming in telling them, hey, Tony Romo's not the guy. Let's try to get one of these top two quarterbacks and maybe, bring in some fans along the way with bringing in Tim Tebow. Jerry Jones wouldn't pass that up. Also, the face scan for Tim Tebow is absolutely hilarious. I'm kind of surprised they don't have his face scan. It's kind of surprising, actually. I feel like they would have Tim Tebow's face scan, but they don't, which is interesting. I'm going to change his number to number 15, and boom, there we go. Tim Tebow is a Dallas Cowboy. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And that face scan, man. Tim Tebow is like a ripped dude. He's very muscular, and they gave him the pudgiest dude. I'm not sure why. I don't think I can change it because I think it would change his picture. So I'd rather have the picture be there. So it's all right. We're never really going to see his face, but I just think it's funny. Let's do the target passing here for Tim Tebow. It's going to be weird playing this game with a left-handed quarterback. Like really, really weird. I was really struggling on which team to pick. And, I feel like people, when they do this, they're probably going to pick, teams like the Washington Redskins, the Colts, the Browns, the St. Louis Rams were bad at that point. And I thought about it, but I was like, I don't know. Instead of picking like a really bad team, like I just think picking like a team like the Dallas Cowboys would be fun. And we never get to use the Dallas Cowboys in these franchise series because, well, they're usually fairly good. So, the rebuild franchise videos, you want a bad team, and we usually go with the bad team. So yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to go with a team who really isn't that good. Like the Cowboys have always been kind of the same team where they have a really high-end talent, right? They have like a good quarterback that can get them to the playoffs, but will end up choking. And they have usually a really good wide receiver, a really good defensive player, like DeMarcus Ware or Micah Parsons. And it's just the same old crap, right, from the Cowboys. So I figured we could change history with the Dallas Cowboys. We got Tim Tebow, a skill point there. Can you imagine if he went up to Superstar Dev? Oh, that would have been hilarious. The running back at the time was DeMarco Murray. And I believe, is he a rookie in 2011? Man, that's kind of insane. If he is a rookie. He might actually be a rookie. But DeMarco Murray had actually a really good year this year in real life in 2011. And they, like I said, they only went 8-8, and they struggled early on. And a lot of it was because Tony Romo just struggled in general early on, as we'll get a touchdown here with DeMarco Murray. And hopefully we can get him gold fairly easily. But yeah, DeMarco Murray, solid running back. Maybe we can kind of change the course of his career and, get him to be a superstar, even a superstar X Factor. That would be a lot of fun. But I'm excited for this series because, like, the 2012 draft obviously is a really fun draft. And one player that I'm hoping that will be in the draft class. And look, obviously we're going to get the best players. Like, we're not going to draft busts because we know who's good. So that's why I'm saying, like, this is probably a bit of a shorter series where, like, we're probably going to be really good really fast. And that's just the reality of it, because we obviously are going to take players who are really good and we know will end up being really good. But I think it would be really cool to get a player like Josh Gordon and change his career. He actually was in the 2012 supplemental draft when that was a thing. And so I'm really hoping he's actually in the draft class. That would be really cool. Pairing him with Dez Bryant, I think, would be a lot of fun. So yeah, I think that would be cool. Obviously, we need to focus a lot on the defense, and maybe we look at running back to just pair along with DeMarco Murray. But the main thing is going to be getting another wide receiver on this team, and obviously improving the defense, right? That's going to be the big thing. We need secondary help. We need a little bit help at linebacker. Obviously, we have DeMarcus Ware, who's in his prime, so we're good there. But this team isn't really that good. Like, they just had really good players. It's a very similar team to what it is today, right? Just an average team that's going to go 8-8. And in real life, probably 9 wins, maybe 10. Like, it's a very similar team. And they're not really going anywhere, right? They're kind of just stuck in the middle. But the big time young wide receiver, he's in his, is he a rookie or is he in his second year this year? I'm trying to think. I think he's a rookie, right? Because DT was drafted in the same class. And I think they were like back-to-back picks, I'm pretty sure. And I think they were rookies this year. Am I wrong there? Man, I'm struggling. Is Dez a rookie? No, he's in his second year. I was right initially. So he is in his second year. Oh yeah, Tebow's in his second year. Same draft class. But yeah, so Dez Bryant entering his second year. He has superstar dev. I actually did change that. He had star dev when I loaded up the roster. I feel like he deserves superstar dev. Obviously ends up being an incredible wide receiver. A bit of a shorter career. He didn't have a super... I mean, I guess, what was that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years? I mean, I guess that's pretty decent for a wide receiver with the Cowboys, and then didn't play. He tore his Achilles in 2018, did not play in 2019, and then played a little bit in 2020 with Baltimore. So I guess it was the Achilles that kind of just messed up his career, right? Injuries, only played 9 games in 2015. So we have a bit of a shorter window with him, but I mean... This year in real life, he put up 900 yards. The next year is 1,312 touchdowns, 1,213 touchdowns, and then 1,316 touchdowns. Yeah, he was incredible. And then I'm going to go with Jason Witten here. Try to get him to 90 overall. He is 29, so in Madden, he's going to start to regress a little bit. Obviously played a few more years. Let's see, when did Witten retire? He retired in 2020. Wow. Okay. So this year he will put up 900 yards. The next year 1,000 yards. I mean, he wasn't like Gronk, right? But he was a good tight end and put up solid numbers. So obviously expectations will be to put up decent numbers. Hopefully I can get gold here. He is pretty slow. Obviously wasn't one of those fast tight ends. Those tight ends come into the league a little bit later. So yeah, this might be, did I not get the 400 bonus there? That's kind of crazy. I don't know if we're going to get gold here. We might have to redo it. He's very slow. Like, I'm sure he has low 80s speed. So this shows a bit tougher. Just going to have to go in and out. Yeah, we should be able to get gold here. Here is the lineup that we're going with. Now, we are still in the preseason. I'm going to simulate through the preseason, but I just wanted to show you guys what the lineup looks like. Obviously, we are starting Tim Tebow. We'll go through these upgrades as well. And then here's the defense. Again, like I said, it's just really, you got DeMarcus Ware and then Ratliff, and that's about it. I mean, Newman is older. He was a really good corner, but 32 years old. Wow, he still has 97 speed. That is crazy. But it's an older defense, right? So it's not really a very good team. Dez is in just year number 2. So it's a bit weird. I will go ahead and go week by week, though, so I can do like the storylines and whatnot. But we've got a lot of work to do with this team. Like, this is not a great team. Like, yeah, they went 8-8 this year, but part of that was probably because they were just in a bad division, right? I mean, the Giants went 9-7, won the division, and obviously they won the Super Bowl, but the Giants weren't really a great team. The Eagles thought they were the dream team. That didn't turn out to go very well. So it's just a weak division. I think that's probably why they went 8-8. You should be having a defensive end position battle, which stat will determine the winner of the battle between Kenyon Coleman and Jason Hatcher. We'll go most CFLs, and we'll start whoever wins that battle. We don't want to go against it because we're going to get a huge morale hit, as we learned in the Cleveland Browns current franchise that we're doing, like the 2024 franchise that we are doing. If you guys are interested in that, go check that out. But we got an upgrade here for Tim Tebow. We got 2, and we'll look at his ratings here. Obviously, his accuracy is terrible, but his running ability is awesome. He has 90 throw power. So we're going to give him, I think the best thing for him is probably just to do improviser. And he's a 72 overall. +3 throw accuracy mid. You know what's funny is he might actually be like pretty decent by the end of the year. But we're not going with Tim Tebow permanently. There's no way. There's no way I mean, he's 24. He might, you know what's crazy is he might develop into being kind of decent Madden wise, but I'm not doing it. I can't. DeMarcus Ware, let's see, 96 power moves. Okay, I guess we could work on his finesse moves and get that improved. He's a 98 overall, +2 finesse moves, +1 power moves. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's very good. Jason Witten, he has a skill point. We're just going to give him vertical threat. I don't think it really matters which one we give him. And he gets a bunch of things. Blocking is a big one there as well. And then Sean Lee at middle linebacker, we'll give him run stopper. He's playing up to an 87 overall, +2 block shedding. Good to see there. His block shedding is at a 93. Wow, 96 tackle. Sean Lee was really good, but those are really good attributes. And then Dez Bryant, man, spectacular catch I feel like is so low. 93 speed, 95 excel, 88 catching, 98 jumping. I really want to get his spectacular catch up, so I guess we'll do deep threat, since that should give us spectacular catch. And it doesn't. +2 catching traffic, though. +2 medium route. All right, really need to get his spectacular catch up. He can make some pretty insane catches. Doug Free, he's an 84 overall. Our tackle positions are pretty good. +3 pass block is awesome. Yeah, so our tackles are really good. Obviously, we got Smith, the best tackle in the league. So we're good there. It's going to be more of the interior that we're going to have to improve. We'll go elusive back here for... we probably should have went power back, actually, but maybe next time we'll go... oh, you know what? He does have hidden depth. So, yeah, he is a rookie. I'm sure it's just star, but 94 speed, 93 excel. 85 break. Yeah, I mean, DeMarco Murray was a really, really good player. And then we'll just let the CPU do the rest. We're cutting some players here. I'm going to actually cut Montre Holland and give David Arkin the job at left guard. I think is what I'm going to do. We've got Costa at center. I think that's fine. And then right guard. Well, I guess we could just kind of move guys around. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut you and you. We're going to keep Kosher here. And then we're going to go and move Holland to right guard. So yeah, that should be fine there. And then we'll make the rest of our cuts. We need to cut 8 more guys now. Okay, so right end, we're just going to keep 2 guys. So we're going to cut you, and then defensive tackle. I want 3 guys there at defensive tackle, so that's fine. Outside linebacker, we're going to cut Atkins. And then middle linebacker, wow, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we can cut the last 2 here. And we should be good there. 4 more players to cut. We're good there. At corner, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to cut Mario Butler. And I might cut a couple more here. Actually, no, we're going to cut some safeties. We're going to cut Silva, and we're going to cut Church. That leaves us with 2 safeties. Do we have extra kickers? Oh my God, we do. Okay. Well, we're going with the rookie Dan Bailey. All right, so I released 2 more players. So we actually are down to like 51 players, I think. But I'm going to look at free agency and see if anyone got cut that we want. So we'll go ahead and do that. But we do have an interview here. We talk all the time about a team's identity. What can the fans expect from your defense this season? Ooh. I don't know. I guess turnovers and sacks, I guess, is the best, just because we have DeMarcus Ware, we have speed at corner. At the end of the year, what would a successful season look like? 40 sacks as a team. I think DeMarcus Ware is going to have a good chunk of that anyway. So our best chance is 40 sacks. 18 interceptions is a lot. I don't know if we're getting 18 interceptions. We do have some upgrades here. I'm just going to let the CPU take care of those. And we will go ahead and advance to week number 1, where we will play our first game. I will choose the draft class. Actually, I'll show you guys the draft class. It's not done yet, so we'll re-download it later. But if you go to Download Center, and then if you search, you know what? If you just search 2012, it should just pop up. And then it should say 2012 WIP. Yeah, I believe it's this one. I don't think this one's legit, but the 2012 WIP is the one that you're going to want to pay attention to. And then we'll go ahead and import this. Again, it says WIP for work in progress. It's not fully done, but it should have face scans, a decent amount of face scans, and it should have a decent amount of the players. As you can see, it does have Andrew Luck. As you can see, he's 6'7". He's not 6'7" in real life. So like I said, there's some things that they need to work on. I wonder if they have, do they have Josh Gordon in here? I don't think so. I really hope that they add Josh Gordon into this, because he did get drafted in 2012 technically in the supplemental draft. So yeah, that would be really cool if they put him in there. They can't really put him in the 2013, right? When did the supplemental draft happen? Did Josh Gordon play in the 2012 season? He did. He did. So he should be in this draft class. So I'm hoping that they add him, because I think that would be a really good player to have. That would be really fun. But yeah, it's obviously not done. They're still working on it, as you can see. They've got quite a bit of work to do, so they're working on it, and hopefully by the time we're done with this season, they'll have it up, which I feel like they should. Ooh, Luke Kuechly would be, or Levante David would be awesome to put on this team. Stephon Gilmore would be sweet. That would be that would improve our secondary quite a bit. That would be nice. Josh Norman, he was drafted as a safety. Interesting. And then, yeah, I mean, this is, we could go get Greg Zuerlein. This is just super cool that this is even like a thing. Like Andrew Luck, do they have his face scan in here? I don't think we would be able to tell. I guess we could go to, if we go to edit players and edit draft class. Do they have Luck's face scan in this game? No. Okay. I was going to say that would be pretty cool. They might have RG3 though. He is in Ultimate Team, I believe. And no, that's not him. Okay, bummer. All right, yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get like actual face scans, but they have the pictures, which is pretty cool. Oh, wait, actually, that might have been Kuechly. Do they have Gilmore's? I mean, Gilmore's still playing. It's hard to tell. I've also adjusted the sliders, so if you guys are curious, we are playing on all Madden, and these are the sliders that we are going with. If you guys think we should adjust anything, let me know in the comments, or if you guys just want to copy it, there you go. You guys have it. So those are pretty similar to what I'm doing with Brand's franchise. I did adjust it a little bit. So yeah, that's what we're going with. And then for our team objective with Tim Tebow, I'm setting the goal to 4 wins. With this defense, which is not as good as that Broncos defense, yeah, we're going to go with 4 wins as the goal. We should win more than that, but putting it up to 7 wins might be tough. We have another interview here. Going into the season, what area of the team is the strongest? Probably our offense, just because of our offensive line is really good. We have solid weapons. So if the offense is stronger, what part of the defense worries you the most? Probably the pass defense. The secondary is pretty rough. So can you be more specific? Yeah, the secondary. Well, I mean, our pass rush. Yeah, our safeties. Our safeties are a big concern, I think. And then what would a successful season look like statistically? Ooh, with safeties? End up with 8 picks. As a team, we give up less than 3,500 passing yards. Let's try to do that. That's going to be tough. There's no way we do that. Maybe I should have went with the picks. I don't know. That's going to be tough. 3,500 passing yards. We're going to give that up. We're probably going to give that up. I'm not going to worry about scouts. That's obviously not needed. We know the players, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, we should be all good to go. Also, in the preseason, DeMarco Murray had got an abdominal tear. So he's going to be out the first 2 weeks of the season. So that's a great start. All right, so we're going to have to wait till his debut for week number 3. Dez Bryant got an upgrade. He is now in 85 overall. And +2 catching, +1 spectacular catch, which is good. And he now has an ability slot. So his ability slots will go maybe like outside apprentice. We'll go maybe like deep in elite, and we'll go like mid in elite or something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what other abilities you guys think Dez Bryant should have. And then Nagy will just do power here. He is playing up to a 72 overall, +2 pass block. He is a rookie and has hidden depth. So yeah, and I think we should be all good with the offensive line. Let's get into week number 1 against the Cleveland Browns. Before we get into week 1, I'm going to sign Chad Ochocinco. He's still in the league. Let's grab him. Why not? Screw it. We need another wide receiver. There's also like Donald Driver, Keyshawn Johnson, all would have probably been better options, but it's fine. I mean, we'll take Chad Ochocinco. I was looking at some of the running backs. Tatum Bell, former Bronco. Corey Dillon. Priest Holmes. There's some decent names in here. But yeah, I was going through that. I thought that was hilarious. So we signed Chad Ochocinco. Why not? We are in Cleveland for week number 1. Obviously, we have 17 games in the season. We can't change that, unfortunately, go back to 16 games. I wish we could, but unfortunately we cannot do that. But we will start off the season against the Cleveland Browns, who in real life started Colt McCoy. Played 13 games, 2,700 yards, 14 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. But in this game, it's somebody different, and I have no idea who he is. So I will show you guys here in a second. We'll take a look at their depth chart. It's Walter. Who the hell is Walter? Peyton Hillis had a great year in Denver and then signed with Cleveland. Was on the Madden cover and all of that. Andrew Walter. Is that a real player? I do not remember. Andrew. He is. 2006 to 2008. For the Oakland Raiders. All right. Well, somehow he's in the game. Brett Favre is also somehow in the game, and he plays for the Ravens. Don't know how that happened. I saw that earlier. We'll take a look at the roster, though. Colt McCoy is the backup. Interesting. Peyton Hillis at running back. At wide receiver, you got Josh Cribbs. You got Greg Little. Jordan Norwood, Super Bowl champion with the Denver Broncos. Evan Moore at tight end. Alex Smith is a... Well, that's wrong. Joe Thomas at left tackle. Jason Pinkston at left guard. Alex Mack at center. John Greco at right guard. And Shane Olivia at right tackle. Jabal Shurd at left end. Some of these players I just don't remember, especially with like the Browns. They were awful. So like, don't remember any of these players. Some of these players might be wrong completely. Honestly, don't remember a lot of them. Joe Hayden in year number 2. Obviously a very good corner. But yeah, I don't... Oh, TJ Ward. Hey, TJ Ward in year number 2. Obviously won a Super Bowl with the Denver Broncos. So yeah, this should be a win. Even with Tim Tebow. This should be absolutely a win, as they'll hand it off to Peyton Hillis. And Hillis has a gain of 3 on the play. So 2nd and 7 for Andrew Walter. I keep forgetting his name. And it's going to be a quick throw. It's a bubble screen. I don't know if those really exist. Yeah, they did exist back then. I'm just being dumb. That was more of a RPO, which that didn't really exist back then, which is kind of crazy. Where's DeMarcus Ware? Why is he out covering? Oh, boy. And that's going to be a quick throw to the outside, and that's caught. Sean Lee with the tackle. There's Jordan Norwood with the catch. And the Cleveland Browns with the first down to the 43-yard line. That's going to be cut over the middle. It's Josh Cribbs. A really good throw from Walter. And the Browns now in Cowboy territory. Not a great start. This is going to be a carry to Peyton Hillis. And Hillis with a gain of about 2 on the play. We cannot give up a touchdown here on the opening drive. I mean, this defense isn't great, but like, come on. And that's going to be knocked away and then nearly caught. Skandrick making a play on the ball there. It was a nice play. So 3rd and 8 for Cleveland. Got to get off the field here. It's up the seam. It's caught, and it's a touchdown. Jordan Norwood again. And the Cleveland Browns take a quick 6-0 lead, and they'll go ahead and take the extra point here. And the extra point is up and good. That's also a rule that wasn't a thing back in 2012, right? Or 2011. Or did they change that right before? Where the extra point is back at the, what, 15-yard line? Something like that? Yeah, I think it was back at the 2-yard line back then. If I'm not mistaken. Skandrick will return it out to the 27-yard line. And we will get our first look at Tim Tebow. We traded Tony Romo for the first and second round picks from the Denver Broncos, and we took Tim Tebow off their hands. Again, we'll probably go poorly. He's not our future, right? We just want to be bad. We want to lose. We want a chance at Andrew Luck. And we'll go ahead and hand it off. It's Felix Jones, and Jones will have a gain of 8 on the play. We're going to run a lot of read option. We're using the Ravens playbook, I believe. And I accidentally handed that off. I meant to keep that, which I thought I did, but I guess not. Now Felix Jones is injured. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, we don't have any running backs now. Morris is our running back, and he breaks a tackle. Morris, get a first down. He does. Down to the 39-yard line. I honestly don't even know who this is. Oh, boy. We're in a little bit of trouble here at running back. We'll get a touch pass here to Robinson, and Robinson, give me a block. It's a gain of about 2 on the play. A bruised sternum, so Felix Jones is out for the game. That's Madden's way of saying he has a concussion, and he did get hit pretty hard. We're going to throw the slant to Dez, and Dez drops it. All right. It'll be 3rd and 8. It was a decent throw from Tebow, but Dez couldn't catch it. And now Tebow going to have to escape, and Tebow will just get rid of it. It's incomplete. Tried to go to Tavon Austin there. It'll be incomplete, and we'll have to punt. Probably going to have to punt a lot until the 4th quarter. You guys know how it goes. Oh, boy, that's going to be a big play. There goes Jordan Norwood all the way down to the 2-yard line. It was a run. Did not expect that. I thought it was going to be play action. First and goal from the 2. And Walter will keep it. And Walter down to the 2-yard line. Good job by the defense to get a stop there. But this defense, it's not very good. Not very good at all. Peyton Hillis will take the carry. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Cleveland Browns. Peyton Hillis into the end zone for the first time this season. And the extra point is up and good, and Cleveland takes a quick 14-0 lead. Tough spot here as we don't really have a quarterback, we don't have a quarterback. We don't really have a running back, as that's going to be caught over the middle by Dez Bryant, his first catch of the 2011 NFL season. Tebow back to throw on 3rd down. He's going to take off and run, and there goes Tebow. He's not sliding. Tebow down to the 39-yard line. Oh, yeah, we're never going to slide with Tim Tebow. That is not happening. Absolutely not. That's going to end the first quarter. Going over the middle, it's caught by Dez Bryant. What a throw from Tebow. A great grab by Dez Bryant. And we got 1st and 10 from the 21. Dez is on a fade here. And, I'm going to get it to him. We're going to give him a chance. It's inaccurate. Yeah, Tebow can't make that throw. What am I thinking? I mean, I don't really want to run the... We don't have anybody at running. We have Morris. That's not great. It's not a great situation. We'll give him the carry, though. And Morris, a gain of 2 on the play to the 19-yard line. So we have 3rd and 8. Dez on a comeback. Witten up the seam. No, that's not open. We'll go underneath to Tavon Austin. And Austin with the catch inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. I mean, Tebow's been fairly accurate. It's not too bad. We got the read option here, and oops, I accidentally kept it with Tebow, and Tebow will gain a couple on the play. It'll be second and goal from the 7. I'm going to put Jason Witten on more of a corner route there. No, he's not open. I'm going to run with Tim Tebow. Tebow into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tim Tebow with the rushing touchdown. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's really all we're going to do. We're going to get Dez his catches. We're going to get Jason Witten his catches. But Tebow's going to be running a lot. Oh, that's intercepted. It's Jenkins. And it's a pick 6 for the Cowboys. Well, we're right back in it. Not a good throw from Walter. And Jenkins with the pick 6. And we can tie it up right here, and we do. We're all tied up at 14 with 5 minutes to go. 3rd and 5 here for Walter and the Browns. And Walter will get that completed to his tight end. And that's another first down for Cleveland. We're going to blitz here. See if Walter can handle it. They might actually run it to Peyton Hillis, and it will be a run. And Peyton Hillis breaks a tackle, and Hillis breaks another tackle. Newman finally brings him down after a gain of 6. A great run there from Peyton Hillis. That's what he did. Just break a bunch of tackles. 2nd and 4. It's a pitch to Peyton Hillis, and Hillis gets to the outside. Hillis down to the 42-yard line. 7 carries, 29 yards. For Cleveland's running back. Now 1st and 10 from the 42. Walter under center. They're going to throw the ball here. It's a slant, and it's incomplete. Intended for Cribbs. Cribbs never really a great receiver. So he's probably not going to catch that. 2nd and 10 now for Walter. And Walter is going to run, and there goes Walter. It's a gain of about 7 on the play, and they'll have 3rd and 3. Got to stop the run here. Looks like they're going to run it. On 3rd and 3, they do, and Hillis nowhere to go. The defense gets the job done. That will get us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half, and Cleveland will attempt a field goal here. Actually, they might go for it. Wow, they're going for it. 4th and 2. From the 35. They're not running it. They're throwing it. Yep, they're throwing it. Walter. Well, nope, they're handing it off to Hillis. And Hillis, nowhere to go. And it's a turnover on downs. With a minute and 56 to go. We have a chance to take the lead here. After being down instantly 14-0. We have a chance to take the lead. Tebow. Back to throw. We'll get it to Witten, and Witten will have a gain of about 5 on the play. Should not have done no huddle because the clock will actually run there, whereas if you don't, it doesn't run. It's broken. 2nd and 5. We're giving him a shot. We're going to Dez, and Dez can't hold on to it. See, that's where I need his spectacular catch to go up. We've got 3rd and 5. We're going to go play action here. Try to hit Dez over the middle. And there's pressure immediately. Tebow gets hit as he throws. It'll be 4th and 5. Well, I mean, what did you expect? It's Tim Tebow running the offense. We'll go ahead and punt. 1st and 10 from the 39. The Browns have 29 seconds here, and that's going to be incomplete. Walter hit as he throws it. And we've got 2nd and 10. Got to hold them here. 26 seconds. Hold them for 26. Don't give up any more points here. Walter will go underneath. It's caught, and Cleveland will use their first timeout of the first half with 21 seconds to go. Now 3rd and 6, and Walter, that's Peyton Hillis wide open. And he breaks the tackle. There goes Peyton Hillis inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Yeah, I don't think we're going to hold opponents to less than 3,500 yards on the year. Don't think that's going to happen. Walter under pressure, and down he goes. Ratliff will get the sack. Unfortunately, they are still in field goal range, so they will go ahead and attempt a 42-yard field goal. What is that stance? Oh, there you go. I don't think that's a kicker. Oh, come on. No. No way. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, they're going to try again. I don't think this is a kicker. Oh. Well, now the kicker's in. Well, that sucks. We had a lead for a second there. But Cleveland, I mean, I think that was a glitch, so I'm glad it didn't actually happen, but that's hilarious. We'll run the ball here to start the second half. It's Sammy Morris with the carry. I was looking it up. Sammy Morris, this was actually his final year of his career. He's 34 years old. Finished with 3 games, 28 attempts, 98 yards, no touchdowns. But he's getting an opportunity here as Sammy Morris up the middle. And there goes Sammy Morris down to the 48-yard line. All right, getting the run game going here. I mean, if we're going to have any success this season, we got to run the ball well. And Morris up the middle, breaks a couple tackles. He'll have another gain of 7. We'll go some read option here. And we're going to keep it with Tebow. There goes Tebow. And Tebow lowering his shoulder down to the 38-yard line. Oh, I love being able to run with him. It is so fun. We're just going to keep running the ball here. I'm taking it again. Screw it. Oh, that didn't work. It's a loss of 4. Never mind. That wasn't the best idea. Probably should have handed it off there, but I wanted to keep running it with Tim Tebow. All right, well, 2nd and 14 from the 42. And we'll get that underneath to Bennett. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And we'll have 3rd and 8. Put Dez on a go. See if we can hit him here. And nope. Inaccurate. And we'll have a 53-yard field goal attempt with Bailey. That is a kicker, right? I hope so. And the field goal is up and good. Barely, but it is good. Bailey kicks it through, and we're all tied up at 17. 3rd and 2. And Walter is hit as he throws it. DeMarcus Ware getting pressure on Walter. And the Cowboys defense gets a 3 and out. Let's see if we can do anything with the offense. I mean, we have been moving the ball pretty decently with the offense. Cleveland kind of struggling to stop the run, as Scandrick will take that to the 28-yard line. All right, Tebow. Let's see if we can get maybe some RPO in here. Might just run it. And, oh, boy. Nope, there was just nothing to do there. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Yikes. 2nd and 14 now. Tebow's going to run. Give me a block. And Tebow gaining a gain of about 10 on the play. Is that Tavon Austin? Was that Austin? No, it wasn't. I'm not sure who that was. Witt and Dez, they're all still in. 3rd and 4. And, nope. Dez got opened a little bit too late. There's pressure up the middle. And it'll be 4th and 16. We'll have to punt again. DeMarcus Ware gets to Walter and brings him down. First sack of the season for the All-Pro linebacker. There we go. DeMarcus Ware finally making a play. So 3rd and 16 here for Cleveland. And that's going to be over the middle, nearly intercepted. Skandrick nearly, or no, that's Sensabaugh. I think that's how you say his name. I don't remember. But nearly intercepted that. But Cleveland will punt again. Tebow's going deep. It's Austin. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, it was a great throw from Tim Tebow. That actually looked like Tim Tebow throwing it too. That long-ass windup. Oh, man. Tavon Austin just couldn't hold on to it. We might have him again. This time it's inaccurate. It's underthrown. It'll be 4th and 12. Had pressure. We had to get rid of it. Had Austin one-on-one again. But this time it was inaccurate. And it's another punt. No score. No scoring in the 3rd quarter. As Cribbs will take that to the 40-yard line. 3rd and 9 here for Walter. And Walter will have to take off and run. Bring him down. Don't let him get that first down. Skandrick in there to make the tackle. Cleveland's going to go for it again. 4th and 2. Okay. I'm going to use a Ware here. I think they're going to run it. Yep, it's a pitch, and Peyton Hillis gets there. Damn. Big 4th down conversion for Cleveland. I mean, we do technically want to lose, but I'm not going to lose on purpose. I'm not going to do that. As Peyton Hillis, as I'm saying, I'm not going to lose on purpose. I can't make a tackle. Peyton Hillis right up the middle, and Cleveland will take a 23-17 lead. And now the extra point is up and good, and they'll lead it 24-17. It was a 3-and-out from our offense, and now we really need a stop here. We've got 3rd and 11, and there's a flag. Is that false start? Please tell me it's a false start. It is. Okay. It's on Peyton Hillis. We need to stop here. Empty backfield for Walter. Just don't give up a first down here. Come on, don't give up a first down. Walter under pressure, he'll throw it away. All right, defense does their job. Offense is going to have another chance at it. 3 minutes to go. Tebow in shotgun. I'm going to run it here. I like this. And Morris. It's a gain of about 3. Thought we could get a little bit more. Wanted to just make it, like, get in 3rd and manageable, right? Like, that's really the goal here. I'm going to run with Tim Tebow right up the middle. Tebow has space. And Tebow across midfield to the 46-yard line. Oh, and he's hurt. Please get up. Oh, nope. Tim Tebow's hurt. Okay, well, John Kitna's now in the game. Oh, no. Oh, that's devastating. We'll get it to Jason Witten, though. I mean, Kitna might be able to. Okay, no, we're getting Tebow. Tebow, get back in there. You're tough enough. Just over 2 minutes to go. Tebow back to throw. We're going to get it underneath again. It's Jason Witten again. And Witten down to the 22-yard line, and we'll hit the 2-minute warning. Can Tim Tebow lead a game-tying touchdown drive here? I'm going to probably try to drain the clock as well. So I might start running it. I do not want to give Cleveland a chance. I'd rather just get to overtime here. Morris will take the carry, and wow, we're not going to get the first down there. 3rd and inches. I might just snap it and run with Tebow. And we don't have the edge, and we're going to have to get rid of it. Unbelievable. I thought we had it there. Okay, we're just going to go simple read option. think I'm going to hand it off to Morris. Yep, we're going to hand it off to Morris, and Morris will have a first down. Okay. Okay, we have time here. Going to get chew clock. And we're either losing this or we're getting to overtime. I'm going to have Dez run a post. All right. Tebow in shotgun. And no, we're just going to get over to Jason Witten. And Witten will have a gain of about 7 on the play. All right, I'm going to turn chew clock off. That should be enough time. We should be good. Tavon Austin in motion here. And don't have anything. We're just going to have to get... That is not intentional grounding. Oh, my God, dude. This game. Oh, and it's a loss of down. It's going to be 3rd and 19. Unbelievable. That is ridiculous. That is not intentional grounding. We're going to get that to Dez, and Dez, it's a decent gain. I'm going to call a timeout here. This is it. 4th and 6. No Dez Bryant. All right. We need Tebow magic here. Run! Run, Tebow! No! And he fumbles the ball. I ran into my own offensive line because he just walks in front of me. Oh, my God. I had the first down. We're going to lose. We're going to lose to the Cleveland Browns. Oh, man. Yeah, we might have the #1 overall pick. 17 carries, 103 yards for Peyton Hillis, and that will do it. We're going to lose 24-17 to the Cleveland Browns. Tebow had 21 yards rushing. Or Pat, that's not rushing. He had... We're going to lose 24-17 to the Cleveland Browns. Tebow, 11 of 21, 86 yards. Not great. Walter, 12 for 19, 186 and a touchdown. Peyton Hillis, 17 carries, 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. Sammy Morris was okay, but losing Felix Jones there, like we really need DeMarco Murray. Witten, 4 for 37. Dez, 3 for 38. And then defensively, Skandrick led the team in tackles. 2 TFLs for DeMarcus Ware and Anthony Spencer. DeMarcus with the sack, same with Jay Ratliff and Orlando Skandrick. A pick by... Wait, did we have an interception? I don't remember that. Oh, was that the kick? Are they going to give him... No, that got called back. There was no pick. Are they counting the kick? Because that was, I'm pretty sure that was Mike Jenkins. That's hilarious if it is. Next episode, we'll have the New Orleans Saints, a very, very good offense led by Drew Brees. That's going to be a fun one, but Orlando Skandrick will have an upgrade. We're going to give him man. He's playing up to a 76 overall, +2 man coverage, 95 speed, 79 man. All right, I mean, he might... We'll see if we can develop him. See if he can be a cornerstone for the defense. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. But tough loss. Hey, I mean, that's what happens when we have Tim Tebow. And that's what we want. We want to lose these games, right? We want to lose. Also, I'll show you guys some of the stats that some players had. So we'll go ahead and just look real quick. I probably won't do this every week, but... For the first week, we'll take a look. Aaron Rodgers, big game, 364 yards and 2 touchdowns. This was one of the, I think this is the only year in real life where there was 3 5,000-yard seasons from quarterbacks. And I'm pretty sure like 3 40-touchdown seasons. Just insane. The quarterbacks, I think, were Rodgers, Stafford, and Brees. Or was it Brady, Stafford, and Brees? I can't remember. It was 3 of those 4. Michael Victor for 345 and 3 touchdowns. Did throw a pick. Is Vic's face scan in here? He has normal dev. His face scan is in here. And then let's see, Brady, 341, 3 touchdowns. Matt Ryan, 332 and 3 touchdowns. Stafford, 321, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. A lot of quarterbacks here for 300 yards. Breeze, who we're going to be playing next, 313 yards and 3 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson had 100 yards rushing. I wish we could like change the playbooks to where teams run the ball more, but unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen. Roddy White, 10 for 186 and a touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 8 for 183 and 2 touchdowns. Plaxico Burress, 14, 145 and 2 touchdowns. Brandon Marshall, former Bronco, 4 for 124 and a touchdown. Jordy Nelson, 9 for 121 and a touchdown. Jericho Cotchery, 2 for 114 and 2 touchdowns. My goodness. He had an 86-yard receiving touchdown. And then another 30-yard touchdown. Wes Welker, 5 for 112. Vincent Jackson, 9 for 106. Ed Dixon, tight end, 10 for 106. He's probably going to have a big year. Steve Smith, 8 for 97. Reggie Wayne, 7 for 96 and 2 touchdowns with no Peyton Manning. Kind of surprising there. And then defensively, Patrick Willis had 11 tackles. Let's see. Any other players that we recognize here? Terrell Suggs had 3 sacks. Pretty good. Chris Long had 2 sacks. Derek Brooks had a couple sacks. Calais Campbell had a couple sacks. Von Miller had a sack and a half. Dwight Freeney had a sack. Cam Jordan, a young Cam Jordan, had a sack. Troy Polamalu had a sack. And then 2 interceptions for Antoine Bethea, I believe I can't remember how do you say his name, but I think it's Bethea. But he had 2 picks. So Vontae Davis had a pick. Rondé Barber. Man, these names. Cameron Wake had a pick. Yeah. Going back. It's pretty crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And what team are you most excited to see in this series for me to play? Like, is it Michael Vick and the Eagles? Is it I'm not sure. Can't remember what our schedule looks like here. Let's see. We've got Joe Flacco and the Ravens, Eli Manning and the Giants twice, Ben Roethlisberger and the Saints, Stafford, or in the Steelers, Stafford and Megatron. That's going to be fun. Got the Niners, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Roddy White, Eagles again, Texans with Andre Johnson, Washington. That's going to be a fun one. The Giants, the Bengals with Andy Dalton and A.J. Green as rookies. Carolina got Cam Newton. Tampa Bay is Josh Freeman. Eagles again, and the Redskins. So yeah, let me know what team you guys are looking forward to most seeing, and what kind of changes do you guys want to see, or if there's anything that you want me to adjust or anything like that. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in week number 2 against the New Orleans Saints.